Welcome everybody, it's RustyMoney here. This is a channel full of live streams, challenges, let's plays, and more. So I hope you enjoy this next creation. Welcome back everybody to episode 4 here in Krusty's Homestead Survival Challenge on Ladyhill for FS25 on PlayStation 5. So I have mowed the grass remaining on my property around the little homestead and got some hay bales. And I have made a executive decision that we're going to sell this load so we get some money. I think it's going to be about 16 bales. We'll find out here. They're 6,000 liters apiece. We can get another field plowed in, and we can pick up a nice cultivating contract that's going to pay over 8,000. We need to get down a mushroom greenhouse. That's going to cost us about 9,000. And what else? I think that's really about it. We need to get into the next day is what we need to do. But we're going to get that greenhouse first and finish that cultivating contract. Alright, we got 15 bales and we're going to go sell this load. Put her in transport mode and let's go sell this load of bales here. We've got plenty of bales in our shed right now for our cows. So we're gonna sell this little load here. We can sell them right here at our market. Okay, let's see now. Well, maybe we can. Let's see. Okay, unload bales. There we go. Wrong button. Alright, 19,000. Wow, that was nice. $50,000. Okay, we got ourselves a fuel tank now. We had to get some fuel while we were mowing up that grass. So we got ourselves a little fuel tank, about 500 liters of fuel. Alright, we can put the bale trailer away and we're going to place our mushroom greenhouse now. And then we will, let's see, we will get on our contract. Let's put our bale trailer right over here. And we'll get ready to hook up to the cultivator and get on out of the farmyard to the contract. And we'll finish this contract and then we'll move into a new month, I think. Okay, let's stop right here. Let's check out the construction of the new greenhouse. Okay, we need a mushroom greenhouse, and we're just gonna go with the base game mushroom greenhouse. Just a little one here. We can put it right here, I think, is what we're gonna do. About right in here, and let's see, what way will those spawn then? Give me the icon. Why doesn't it give you the spawning point? It's not given the spawning point. I think they should spawn on the right as we're looking at it. I hope. Let's see. Well, we're going to put her down and find out. Can we drive behind it yet? I want to kind of be able to drive behind it if need be. Well, we don't need to. We will put it right here. Oh, it's going to be on that side. Okay, well, that's all right. I think we'll manage. We're going to have to get a skid steer or something to load stuff. All right, we need to paint around that. Yeah, we're going to have to do that. We're going to have to fix our textures, put the dirt down like we have. Now we need to get some water in there. We better get that going, because we can make mushrooms now, and then we could sell them, because we don't really need to have them until like year 3, I think, maybe. Let's drop that there, and let's fill up some water. We got a full tank of water right now. We get a bunch of water in there. Oh wow, really? That's all it takes? Let's see. Small glass greenhouse. Oh, 2,000 liters of water. Wow. Okay, well, let's get making some mushrooms. I really don't know which one. I think we'll just make this one. I don't know if there is a difference, as in, well, the price of selling, that's going to be the difference, but we won't worry about that too much. Okay, that one must be full. That one's full. Let's go ahead and just fill them up. Okay, that one's full. Alright. Okay, now we can get on to our cultivating contract. We got $41,000 too. We got 4 greenhouses. Wow. Alright, the only thing I see a problem with here with this challenge is are we going to have enough pallet room? Okay, now let's see, where's our contract? Oh, it's not too far from the Homestead. Okay, so I think we need to go this way. And we can get down there. So we've got 4 fields plowed in right now. We still can't plant any crop until February. We don't have a planter yet. Really hoping there's some good stuff in the used sales next month. Where do we need to go now? Okay, we'll need to go this direction, and we should be about there. Nope, not that field. I think it's gonna be this field here. We'll open the gate. Get our cultivator unfolded. Lower it. And and we'll get to it. Alright, we've got a big field here to cultivate, everybody. Really big field. But this will be some nice money before we roll into February. So we're gonna do this cultivating contract for a little over 8,000 here off camera, and we'll be back with you shortly. Well, here we are, everybody. We had a big gap in recording. I believe you should have saw already about the first 10 minutes of this episode, and now we are back bringing you a little bit more of the recording. So we are at now 3 o'clock in the afternoon in March. We got $35,000 and done a few different things off camera. Bought some couple pieces of equipment. I plowed my fields all together into one field, and then I laid out the fields the way I wanted them to look. I wasn't liking how I plowed them. So I have redesigned the layout of the fields. I also, off camera, planted or put seed in the ground for 2 grass fields plus 2 extra small strips of grass between fields. You will see that here shortly, but right now I'm working at trying to wrap up a really nice cultivating contract that's going to pay over $9,000. I've done several contracts off camera. You will hopefully here soon see a few different screenshots, or may have already saw a few different screenshots of contracts I've done. I'm going to do a few more contracts, I think. I don't know if I will include them all in this recording, so you will see. But we got a couple other weeding contracts that are paying pretty decent, and also a plowing contract, I believe. Now, upgraded the plow. That was a very good decision to do. Yeah, I decided to upgrade the plow. Not that the plow that I started with was not working. I just wanted something that had a little bit more width to it. So we upgraded the plow. The other items I purchased were a weeder, and also, what else did I purchase? A fertilizer spreader, a little fertilizer spreader. So, we've had the money up to as high as, I believe, about 55,000 or so off camera here and in between the recordings. But, I have done a bunch of play, bought some equipment, so now, of course, that money is back down to 35,000. I just can't seem to put this game save down. I just keep getting on here and playing this map, and to be quite honest, I'm really liking this map. I could use a little bit bigger equipment, but you know, I am a small equipment fan. I just have finally start to love big equipment and a little bit bigger fields, but nothing really large. I mean, this field size here is just perfect. Bigger fields than this, I don't know. I'm like our new friend, Cousin Skeeter. I get bored. There is several people now doing this here challenge, everybody. I will probably forget somebody. Apologies if I do, but I'm going to try and put the links, if I can get them to fit in all my information, in the description of this episode. If I'm unable to get everybody included in there, I will maybe just do one for this episode, one or two for this episode, and the other one or two for the next episode, and so on. But we'll see. I will try to list all of their channels in this description of this episode. There is some really good new ones, you know, like our Cousin Skeeter. He is doing this challenge, and he's doing really well with the challenge. He's really fun. I shouldn't say fun, I should say enjoyable. Really enjoyable to listen to. New content creator, very small channel, everybody. You need to go check him out. He's doing really well at it, and I inspire him to keep creating those episodes. Yeah, there's times where a person runs out of something to talk about, or can't think of something to talk about. I totally get it. I do it myself. But yeah, I inspire our friend Cousin Skeeter to keep going with the content and keep working hard at his version to Crustu's Homestead Survival Challenge. And then he got another one, what's it called? I think it's called like Dragon Slayer Gaming. He's also doing this challenge. And also our friend Retolf. I'm not sure the correct pronunciation of that. I never can say it, but he's doing the challenge as well. And then Munchies Plays. Munchies Plays is doing the challenge now too. So it's been fun watching everybody's plays of this challenge and what map they have chose to do the challenge on. Yeah, if you've been watching Cousin Skeeter, he did mention RustyMoney Gaming in a couple of different episodes. One in particular, one of his latest episodes. And I have actually been considering setting up a second map to this challenge and running this challenge as like a duo. Just a RustyMoney duo. One game save versus the other game save. I'm just seeing how well it goes. Maybe not record a lot on the other game save, but I haven't totally decided that. I just really enjoying the, what do you want to say, the procedure, if you will, of this challenge. Like the motions you got to go through to work on this challenge and complete the tasks in order to accomplish the goals. I think we're doing okay. Now that we're into March, we do have some product from our greenhouses, and also finally be able to put some seed in the ground. We're going to be buying another piece of equipment. That is why I want to do some more contracts off camera. Pretty soon here we will have just about every piece of equipment that we're actually going to need in order to be successful, I think, in this challenge. Other than, you know, your vegetable crop equipment or your root crop equipment, we won't really have that. We'll probably be utilizing a greenhouse because the mods and the equipment on console for console players is very expensive, and there's very few mods for those kinds of crops. So we'll probably have to use some greenhouses for that part of the challenge. I'm also probably going to end up having to get another greenhouse, probably another beehive, and maybe another chicken pen. Alright, now what direction do I need to go out of here? Because I cannot remember. I think we need to go this way. Let's get back to the homestead and see what we can do. Once we get back to the homestead, we'll collect on that contract. We'll take a look at the other contracts available and take up those contracts before we get going into April. Alright, we're back to the homestead here. We will put our cultivator away. Before we do that, we'll take a look at a couple of things. So you will see here that we got ourselves a little fertilizer spreader. Cheap fertilizer spreader, and this one is in the store. It is this right here, the Lizard PS15 for 5,000. So this is the one I bought. You got a few different customizations there on the side, but you can check it out in the mod hub. The Lizard PS15. Alright, let's check out other equipment. So I also had got a weeder. Where did I put my weeder? Our weeder is over here. Behind the storage container. We got a John Deere weeder. This just came to the mod hub not too long ago. So this is in weeders, and it is the John Deere 825 row crop cultivator. That is what it's called. And it's got a few different customizations there, but the big thing is it goes from 6.1 meter to 7.3 meter to 7.7 meter to 8.1 meter and back to 5.8 and so on. And it's reasonably priced and only requires 55 horsepower. Okay, and then what is the other thing we bought? I bought something else. We bought a weeder, fertilizer spreader, and what was the other thing? Trying to remember what the other thing was, everybody. We had bought this 10 Teddy and Windrower. You should have already saw that, I think, in the other part of this episode or in the previous episode. Can't remember which one, but I believe you'd already saw that. But I thought I bought another piece of equipment, but I can't seem to recall what that was. I think that's it though. That must be it. And there's the new plow upgrade. But alright, it is time. We put the cultivator away and we need to buy a planter. And then we can show you our field layout. We've got a pallet of honey. Start of pallet of honey. But man, we really probably gonna have to get another beehive. I am thinking we're gonna need more than that. Let's drop that right there. And let's go to the store and we will purchase a planter. And we'll collect on that contract. You probably have already saw too, I bought some seeds, pallets of seeds and pallets of fertilizer. So that also dropped the money down. Okay, the other thing that I don't know you saw is I discovered that the door to this shed here opens on this map, and you have a repair trigger in here as well. So let's collect on the contract and purchase a planter. $9,727. Collect. Okay, contracts. We got some nice fertilizing contracts there, plowing contract, couple of different weeding contracts. I haven't decided what I'm all going to take on, but I'm probably going to do some contracts to help make some more money. But let's buy a planter. Okay, planters. We are going to go with my favorite planter pack. And we're going to get, I believe, this 4-meter planter right here. We're going to buy this Penta 9-row. Inoculant tanks. We don't need the liquid tank there. We're not going to put that on. We don't need the planting markers. The model. What if we go older? Oh, okay, we're at 2008, so it doesn't charge us anything, but you can go to newer models and you get an additional charge. Lights. I'm not going to add no lights. We don't need GPS. Line spacing. We don't really need to mess with that, I don't think. We don't need any of that. Cover canvas. I don't think we really need to worry about the cover canvas. Seed bags. We don't need the seed bag decoration on there. Hitch height. We're at 1, 2, or 3. Let's go with 2. Not sure it's gonna matter too much. Rear toe hitch. I don't know if we need that either. cutting system, discs, knives, disc, knife, button, disarm, or just disc. We'll go back to the default main color. Oh, we can change the colors. How much is that going to charge us if we change this up? And can we paint it? Oh yeah, it's not charging anything. Cool. So we could paint this. Box cover lids. Black. What if we went this direction? Let's go with yellow. Fertilizer boxes. John Deere green. And then the box cover lids, John Deere yellow. Ooh, that's awful bright. Oh yeah, let's not do that. Let's go John Deere green with those. We'll go the John Deere yellow there, and we'll go John Deere green here. And the seed boxes, we'll go John Deere yellow. And our cover canvas color, we don't need to worry about that. Inoculant tank color, we don't need to worry about that. Rim color, we will change that to John Deere yellow. That is it. Okay, let's buy this for $26,000. Okay, we have a planter. So now we can get other crop in the ground, and there really isn't too many good crops available quite yet on this map. So this crop can't be planted yet. Yeah, no. Alright. That's okay. We're okay. I know we can't plant that crop right now. We don't want to anyway. We got some seeds in our silo, so we should be able to put that in there. Our fields already are fertilized. Ooh, yeah. I don't think we're gonna fit through that gate. We'll have to go through the other gate, the other end of the farm, other end of the homestead. Alright, now we got a planter too. Wonder how much another beehive is. That might be something I should really focus on buying now before we run out of time and don't have enough bee production. Alright, let's get some seeds in here. I don't want fertilizer, I want seeds. Seeds. It only holds 450 liters of seeds, so it doesn't hold very much. But it holds more seed than the other planter I was considering buying, which was like a Falcon, an Agromaz Falcon. Alright, we need to switch our crop here. Oh, I went past it already. There we go. Let's go all the way down here, and then I'll bring up the PDA so you can see what we have done. Kind of drive to the edge of the field here. Okay, so what we have done is, let's show you, as here is our property right here, everybody. Right here you can see me kind of tracing out the property. Well, we have one field there, one field here, one field here. We have a long narrow field right through the center, and then this big grass field. Okay, this long narrow field, I was thinking to utilizing that for like root crops. Okay, and then I put in these grass strips here. It's actually planted grass with painted grass on each edge. I'll show you that in the landscape screen, but that's what it looks like right now. So we have 5 fields. So in here you can see we got this big field right here which has got grass in it right now. Here is our long narrow field that I'm going to put root crop in. Then we've got these 3 fields, and I've got this grass, what do you want to say, grass boundary or grass driveway area between the fields. And what I did was I painted this in the edges anyway, and then left this centerpiece at the width of my cedar and put grass in between them. I could make it wider and go a little bit wider, but I don't know, something different. Thought that also gave me a better yield of grass between those fields, and a little extra grass that way. Yeah, I don't know if we'll end up liking it, but right now, here's the crops we have available to plant. So here in March I can plant cotton, grapes, grass, oats, oilseed, radish, peas, poplar, potatoes, spinach, sugar beet, sugarcane, sunflowers. So for right now I'm thinking about sugar beet and possibly putting a field of oats in for straw. But I really don't need the oats, so I'm really contemplating that we'll wait on the oats and just do this sugar beet field for now. And I'm also doing this sugar beet field in the aspect of playing a game of poker. Hoping that there's a mod in the mod hub that will come for all platforms for us people on console for cheaper abilities at harvesting sugar beets with smaller equipment. So it is going to take a little bit of time before this grows, and a little bit of time before we get to that episode where we have to harvest this. So it's a gamble. I do have a plan at harvesting it if I don't, you know, have the money. Or I should say have the money, but get the luck of having a nice all platforms mod for small equipment come to the mod hub for harvesting sugar beets. But I think this little long narrow field would give a nice yield of sugar beets that I could feed for the pigs, have for the pigs. So that's why I'm doing it, just something different. I'm also probably gonna do barley or chicken. I shouldn't say barley or chicken, oh my goodness. Barley or wheat for the chickens and pigs as well. But we can't plant either barley or wheat yet, but we should be able to, I believe, in April. So, I think I'm going to break the recording here, everybody. Finish the planting of this little field and take up a couple of contracts and bring you back for the end of the episode. So, we'll see you soon. Well, everybody, I completed 3 fertilizing contracts, and we're going to go ahead and accept those now. We got one here that I did for $4,274, one for $1,804, and one for $1,955. Collect, collect, collect. Okay, we're up to 27,380, but we're going to place another beehive just to be safe. And I already have decided where I'm going to put that. So we're going to put it down here between these trees. We're going to get it in here. Let's line it up as best we can with how that one is. I think that's pretty close there. Let's get it in here and let's get it right there. There we go. We have another beehive to help us make honey. I don't know if we'll need another one or not. If we do, we'll potentially go back in here, or we'll go here or somewhere, or even just go back down here next to this one. On either side of it, we should be able to put another one. And we might even, let's see, I don't think we'll be able to go over there, but we could go if we need to up here on our property too. But this area up in here that is just meadow grass and extended out into the grass field about in this area here, it's all pretty flat. So some of my grass field over time will shrink because we'll be able to utilize approximately, I think, this all area right here. And we might even use more than that too, probably. But for now, that's kind of what it's looking like. Alright, now that we have done that, we're going to select another contract. We're going to get this plowing contract here. And we're going to get work on that plowing contract. Let's see now. Where is it at from our farm? Blinking down there. Kind of down by the biogas plant road. So we'll head down there and work on this plowing contract. Alright, well, here we are down here. Just not too far from the biogas plant there, up in the distance in front of us. Got to plow this little field here and make us a little over $2,500 and some dollars, but that'll be helpful. Before we do anything further, and because I forgot to show you, we're going to go into the landscape screen quick. And we're going to fly up to our farm, to our homestead. and focus in on our greenhouses here, you can see that we got two melon pallets there, and then we've got some production from this greenhouse, and we've got some production from that greenhouse where we were making tomatoes, I believe. And then right here, I believe we have strawberries and lettuce, maybe. And then we already have some mushrooms from our mushroom greenhouse that we have implemented. So I believe I don't need the mushrooms this year. So I could stock up. Now I'm not sure. I don't know if I can stock up and get ahead of year 2, or if I need to sell these and then start fresh. I think we're supposed to sell these and then start fresh. These melons I can do whatever I want with because they're not a part of the challenge. They're my passive income. And I think that's all we really have. Oh, we have almost 2 pallets of eggs. None of this have I moved to the storage yet. So just wanted to show you all that. And then you can see our bales back there in the bale shed. That's what we have for bales right now. And our milk. Let's look in the cow barn. Our cow barn has 805 liters of milk so far. And we have 1,723 liters of manure and 1,976 liters of slurry. And we're still really good on the food. It's not using much food, which is great, I feel. But we also don't got very many animals in there, or cows. But I think, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and I am gonna finish this plowing contract off camera in this episode here. I'm possibly going to do a couple of weeding contracts off camera, one for just over 3,000, one just for over 9,000. I may or may not save the screenshots for the next episode, but we're at 17,000 right now. We're sitting pretty good. There's nothing in used sales right now, but maybe we'll get something in March that will be useful. But I think we'll leave it here, everybody. So if you've enjoyed this episode, please drop me a tasty treat on that like button, which is better known by myself as a cop battery and by you all people as delicious donut. Don't forget to leave us a comment in the comment section, and please share a box of donuts with all our friends and family by sharing the videos and the live streams from the channel. But for myself, RustyMoney, we'll see you all on the flip side. Have a good one. Thank you, everybody. Please like, subscribe, and comment.